free. And now, News or Us with Bill Roller and Uncle Floyd.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Bill Roller. Uncle Floyd and Oogie are off today. Be careful if you're offered a deal on tickets to the New York Film Festival. Several boxes of tickets were stolen from a parked van, and the Fest directors are printing new tickets with different markings. The event will be at Lincoln Center from the 18th of September, and that will run through the 5th of October. Yesterday marked the unofficial end of summer, but there's still a lot of things to do. If you head down to the Jersey Shore, you could pop into the Rock and Roll Museum. Its founders are here, and I'll talk with them right after we watch this. Welcome back, everyone. As I told you, if you head down to the Jersey Shore, well, summer's unofficially over, but maybe the water's still kind of warm and there's still lots of things to do. You might want to go into the Rock and Roll Museum. And I have its founders here with me. I'm going to begin with Steve Bumball. Steve, give me a little background into the origination of the Rock and Roll Museum.
Okay. Well, Billy and I have both been collecting shore-related memorabilia for a number of years, and gets to the point in your home where your home starts looking at like a museum, and a lot of people would say you really ought to put this on display, and that's what we did.
So you went from being a collector to a businessman?
Well, more or less, yeah. We had an article written about us in the local newspaper saying that we had an idea looking for a location. At that point, the city of Asbury Park contacted us, the mayor, and Henry Vaccaro, who's the developer, and said that they wanted to be a part of it and offer us a location, and we wound up in the Palace Amusements. They built us a structure within the palace.
As I recall, when this was first getting off the ground, there was a little skepticism, wasn't there, about what was available and what would be on display?
Absolutely. There are a lot of people who are very skeptical of the project, but we've made believers out of a lot of the skeptics. Everybody that's come through has been very, very impressed, including a lot of personal friends of Bruce Springsteen and a lot of musicians, and they're really amazed at the volume and the quality of some of the memorabilia that we've collected.
I'm sure there's a wealth of material out there untapped.
Oh yeah, well that's our job. We tap it. We do a lot of detective work. We make a lot of phone calls, talk to hundreds of people, and they in turn refer you to someone else. And we've traveled as far as Florida, Virginia, many times to New York to just to track down various photographs, posters, records, whatever we can get our hands on.
Tell me about one of the most unusual experiences you might have had.
Well, probably the most unusual was our journey to secure the upstage sign. Although it was located only a few blocks from where the museum is, it took us about a year to obtain ownership of it. We made a lot of phone calls, letters, pestering the owner of the building, who didn't speak much English, to sell us the sign. And over the years, a number of people had tried to buy it, but he knew he had something. He didn't know why anybody wanted this sign, and we were finally able to convince him to sell it to us.
He probably thought he was sitting on a gold mine. And Are you in ownership of everything there, or do you take things on loan?
90% of what's in there or more is our personal collections. There's a few things on loan from musicians like Vinnie Lopez. Max Weinberg is going to be giving us a drum kit to put on display. So a few things are on loan, but the large majority is our personal collections.
And when you think back, there has been some, of course, we all think of Springsteen, the East Street Band, etc., Southside Johnny. But when you think back, there's some tremendously big names that have had their origins in Asbury Park. Probably, you were probably still looking for some memento from their careers, certain people, right?
Absolutely. We have Springsteen's career pretty well covered. We do a lot of focus on Southside Johnny and Steve Van Zandt. Some of the other people, Bill Chinnock, Sonny Ken, those are the type of people we're looking to cover and expand our display.
Will you find them? Do you expect to find them in the future?
Absolutely.
Okay, there you go. Now there's a man speaking with optimism. The Rock and Roll Museum, Asbury Park. Drop in, you'll have a good time. Back to more music videos for you now in stereo, right here on News 68.